Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Hello.
everybody. I hope that again we come here together for next Thursday warm-ups as Toastmasters. So I am the Toastmaster and the presiding officer today. As we are only 4 here, but let's enjoy for today.
Correct.
So our first speaker will be Leticia. Leticia, I think I don't see anything about your speech.
We
Okay,
just need to introduce the roles before we introduce the speaker.
Okay, so we have our grammarian and our counter as Todd. So we welcome Todd to explain his role. Todd?
Yeah, I think I go with the grammarian part first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, as grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is fervent, which means exhibiting or marked by great intensity of feeling. Interestingly, this word can also mean very hot, but I don't think it's commonly used that way. Let me give an example of using the word. You can tell by the number of roles that Elizabeth takes in Toastmasters clubs that she's a very fervent supporter of the organization.
Thank you so much, Todd.
Everyone is encouraged to use the word of the day when they're speaking, and I will give my grammarian report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you, Toastmaster Amrita.
Thank you so much, Todd. So our general evaluator is Elizabeth. I welcome Elizabeth to introduce her role.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. My role as general evaluator, I will be evaluating how the meeting goes, and I will also be introducing the team of evaluators, which is our evaluator, our timer report, our grammarian report, and our counter report. I'm also timer, and my role as timer is to track the time for each segment and participant in the meeting. A green card will be signaled when the qualifying time has been reached, midpoint a yellow, and then a red within 30 seconds remaining. After 30 seconds, the participant is disqualified. I will give a timers report after each meeting segment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And our table topic masters for today is Leticia. Leticia, can you please explain your role?
Yes, today as table topic master, we will give us all an opportunity to work on our impromptu speaking. So I will give a statement and individuals can volunteer on responding. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leticia. So now we go back as a Toastmaster of the day. I welcome our first speaker, that is Leticia. And Leticia, I'm sorry, I don't have the details of your.
That's okay.
Can you please explain?
I can share it. I'll help. Okay, Leticia Stewart is in Dynamic Leadership Pathways, Level 1, Evaluation and Feedback. Number 1, it is a 5 to 7 minute speech. Her title is You Are What You Think. Her introduction is Leticia will discuss 3 constructive ways to think. The last 2 points will concentrate on improving our everyday communications. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. So we welcome our speaker, Leticia. Leticia, now the floor is yours.
Excellent. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters. You are what you think. I will begin with a powerful quote from Helen McInnes. She is a writer in the 1940s. The mind is more vulnerable than your stomach because it can be poisoned without feeling immediate pain. The mind is more vulnerable than the stomach because it can be poisoned without feeling immediate pain. Things that are produced inside the human brain, such as thoughts, ideas, images, and information, make up our personal mindset. The mindset influences our daily lives and habits, behaviors. As a result, our personal mindset is the major determining factor on how our lives turn out. Wow, that is powerful. This is also stated in the Bible. As you think, you will become. Proverbs 4:23. I will discuss three constructive ways to think. The last 2 points will concentrate on improving our everyday communications. Number 1, if you have the will, you will find the way. This belief is more than just an old English saying. It is also the driving force behind your success in any new endeavor. We all have things in our lives that we would like to have, do, or become. In my case, at this very moment, I would like to find the most incredible job in the universe. Regardless of your desire, we need to turn up the heat on our desire. Hold tight to the belief. If you have the will to succeed, you will. Know deep within ourselves, failure cannot win in the end when it is pitted against absolute persistence. Number 2, all relationships present opportunities. We all agree that great relationships have multiple benefits, including a chance to share ideas, as we do here at Toastmasters. But even interactions involving those with we hardly know or with difficult individuals can be looked at as a potential learning experience. It's a chance to develop friendlier habits. For people we don't especially like to be around, a conversation is a chance to become a better listener, see things from their point of view, and to respond in a more understanding fashion. Realize that all interactions present opportunities to practice your skills and test your character. Number 3, one bad exchange can destroy a relationship forever. While it may take a number of conversations to become friends with someone, always remember that it only takes one bad experience to end it. I've read where an older brother unwisely accused a sibling of being a liar in front of his business colleagues, no less. This destroyed their relationship for quite a few years. May we all learn to not make careless and insensitive remarks. Bottom line, you are what you think. This happens to be one of my favorite mantras. The 3 points we discussed today are, if you have the will, you will find the way. Number 2, all relationships present opportunities. Number 3, one bad exchange can ruin a relationship forever. May we all test these ideas until they become an automatic habit. Mark my words, it will be a lot easier than you think. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
It was an awesome speech. And
Thank
I really believe that you become what you think. That is really cool. Okay, fine. So the theme of our day is importance of exercise. Regular physical activity can improve your muscle strength and boost your endurance. Exercise delivers oxygen and nutrients to your tissues and helps your cardiovascular system to work more efficiently. And when your heart and lungs health improve, you have the energy to tackle your course. So let us pledge today that we are going to exercise every day to boost up our energy. So now moving on to our table topic master. Today our table topic master is Leticia. We welcome Leticia to ask upon. Come, Leticia, you are welcomed. Please.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Today, I would like to ask my fellow members to comment on 2 different topics. One, our theme, the importance of exercise. Or you have another choice, Valentine's. Do you have a favorite Valentine's Day that you would like to reminisce on? Or very good. That's excellent. Thank you, Amrita.
Thank you so much, Leticia. So I think that in a year there are 365 days. And I don't think that to be loved or to love someone, we need one special Valentine's Day. We can consider all our 365 days to be loved, to love somebody, and to feel that feeling, to be inside that emotion, affection, and to have the zeal, not only to celebrate one day, the Valentine's Day, but the whole year. And not only the whole year, I would say 24/7 into 365 into the number of years we are alive and taking breath. So I think that you can love anybody and you can love everybody on this earth. But as you told just now, you become what you think. So the thinking has to be in a different way, which people are not having that capability. Because what happens when you have the skill to understand the perception of others, then only you gain the empathy. And this is very difficult. Everybody on this earth is so much stressed out and so much in their own life challenges that they don't have that passion. But still, I would request and I would say that develop the zeal to love not only your own ones, to love everybody on this earth. Thank you so much, Leticia.
Excellent. Very well put, Amrita. Do we have another volunteer to speak on either the importance of exercise or on Valentine's Day? Any reminiscing or plans you may have? A volunteer? Oh, excellent. All right, Todd.
Okay, I have to figure out what I'm going to talk about here. I guess I'll choose exercise as my topic. Been getting really into exercising this past year or so. I think the pandemic has helped me a bit. Even before that, I tried to do a little bit. I know that if I spend a whole day where I'm just sitting around and not moving at all, you feel that weight on you. Your body starts to say, "Hey, come on, let's do something." And if you listen to it, I think the trick is just figuring out what can you do. Sometimes it's you feel like I need to do something, but I can't decide what to do. I don't know if you have that problem. I have that problem all the time. It's like there seems like there are so many options. It's almost easier not to choose an option than to try to figure out what to go with. But so it's good to have habits. It's good to come up with things that are always good answers. It's good to assess sometimes the things that you do regularly. Is this a waste of time, this thing that I'm doing? Are there better uses of my time? Don't beat yourself up too much, but spend a little time every once in a while assessing if the choices you're making are really the best thing for you. With that being said, I have been doing a lot of exercise lately. I got back into unicycling since the pandemic, and I try to go ride every day. I did 500 miles on my unicycles in 5 months last year, and I'm already over 200 miles for this year. So I think I might, I haven't set a particular goal yet, but I may go to 1,200 miles, at least 1,200 miles this year, definitely. I'll probably get over 1,500, and I might even make it to 2,000. We'll see. I'll have to report back on that, maybe in another table topics, or I'll do a whole speech about it. Anyway, back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Excellent. Thank you, Todd. And I will have to say that's probably one of the most coolest forms of exercises I've ever heard of. Very cool. And I get that Elizabeth, would you like to comment on the importance of exercise or on the day of Valentine that's coming up?
I will talk about exercise. I saw a program how the sales for Pelotons and skyrocketed through the roof. Kudos to them for coming up with something that you can do at home. I am a longtime gym rat. I prefer going to the gym. It's my way of socializing and working out, keeping up with the healthy people, find out what the latest juice recipe is or something like that, and really enjoyed it. Now I can actually save time by not socializing at the gym, not driving to the gym, and you have more time to exercise or do whatever else you would like to do. Therefore, exercising at home is now the latest, greatest way to fit in exercise. I'm shocked how easy it is. Even when you're in the kitchen waiting for something to cook, or even my teapot waiting for something for the water to boil, I can just hold on and do kicks, or I can squat down on the floor. It's great. Highly recommend taking a few seconds or minutes out of your day throughout the house and exercise, even stopping in the hallway and leaning up against the wall and slowly squatting down. In any room, you can exercise. You do not need a gym to go to. The gym is your home. Back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And you're 100% correct. I've always enjoyed exercising at home. And one of my favorite ways, all-time favorites to exercise, is while playing fetch with my 2 Labradors, if you can believe that. I'm in the backyard, and they like to fetch a tennis ball in our swimming pool. And literally, I'll do anything from jumping jacks to yoga I love exercises. And so, yes, that's one way I exercise at home is while playing fetch with the kids and all the above that you mentioned as well. Very good. And I believe I have time to speak myself. So I will comment on Valentine's Day. I do enjoy celebrating Valentine's Day. The reason being is I enjoy sharing love and doing things with others. And Valentine's Day, the theme is already picked. It's a matter of just doing it. And in this case, this year so far, one of the things I decided to do to celebrate Valentine's Day, I've been watching a romantic movie every night and have thoroughly enjoyed that. As of now, my favorite one is the Titanic. Haven't seen it in ages. It's an incredible movie and I really liked it. And so I've had to forego some of my other evening activities just because I said I wanted to watch a love movie every single day this week. And most of my celebrations, whether it's Valentine's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, I like to keep simple. And so I've always done chocolate hearts that I've given out. I have an event this evening, and I'll do that this afternoon, is hand out chocolate hearts that I'll be making. And we'll just wrap them in a cellophane paper and hand them out to some of my favorite individuals. It's actually just here in the neighborhood. We're going to get together to do a craft. And our craft tonight is getting some of our old pictures together. And so in the past, I've done chocolates from anybody and everybody I know, the teachers and so forth. I seriously think my son graduated from high school because of the chocolate hearts I gave his teachers throughout the year. And yes, I am into bribery and it did work. He graduated. So Valentine's is a planned theme to enjoy and share with others. Back to our Toastmaster, Amrita.
Thank you so much, Leticia, for such wonderful table topics that you have given. So now moving ahead, I would love to state few more things about the importance of exercise. Exercise keeps the doctors away. How is that possible? It lowers your blood pressure. It boosts up your levels of good cholesterol, improves your blood flow, and it also prevents the bone loss from that which can lead to osteoporosis. So I think exercising is really, really very important. Those people who don't exercise, they have a fatigue kind of thing in their brain. Fatigue accumulates and we start thinking about different things which are actually not required in our life. And not only the mental fatigue, that fatigue causes the physical fatigue also. The physical fatigue is also the reason of the mental fatigue which is caused. So we should always follow a systematic routine to do exercises every day and move ahead with a healthy, wealthy, and wise brain. So now let us move on to the next phase. That is, I would request Madam General Evaluator to tell us. So we welcome Elizabeth. Elizabeth?
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. Yes, my role as General Evaluator is to conduct the evaluation portion of our meeting. I'm now going to call reports from the speech evaluators, timer, off counter, and grammarian. I will also report on the quality of evaluations, make note of everything that happened or didn't happen, but should during the meeting. Let's start this I portion of the meeting. The E portion, evaluation portion. Okay, this is the evaluation portion. We're going to get immediate feedback on our performance today. Madam Timer, may I have the timing rules for the evaluations? I'm the timer. The speaker qualified at 6 minutes and 9 minutes, Letitia. Our table topic speakers, all 4 qualified. Amrita at 1 minute and 30, Todd at 1 minute and 2, Elizabeth at 2 minutes and 2, Letitia 2 minutes and 13. Now, may we have the timing rules for the evaluations? The timing rules are 2 to 3 minutes. Now we will hear the speech evaluators give evaluations of today's prepared speeches. Then I will give my general evaluation of the overall meeting. Our first evaluator is Amrita, evaluating Speaker 1, Letitia Stewart's speech. Please help me welcome Amrita Verma. Amrita, it's all yours.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Letitia, your speech was wonderful. I just loved it. You are what you think. And actually, this is a very good statement. The thinking only helps us to become what we want to become. Because until unless we think, we are not moving forward in our life. So that is the first foundation in our life in order to move ahead or to achieve whatever we are thinking of. So I just loved the topic which you have chosen. Next, the 3 points which you have told. If you have the will to succeed, you will succeed. I really agree to this 100, not 500%. Because when you have the willingness to do something, I don't know, somehow the resources start coming to you. Because you are praying so much and you are willing so much for those things to achieve in your life, that a way is seen in front of you. And not only a way, people also come to help. Maybe the people who you know, or maybe the people who you don't know. So a way is streamlined, either by the God or your power of willingness. So I really absolutely hats off to you for taking this topic today and motivating us in a very different manner. The next topic, the next point which you said, all relationships or interactions present the opportunities of our skills. And that is absolutely a very new thing which I learned from you today. Because I always understand that relationships are really very important. But how to maintain them and how to move ahead with them and how to handle and tackle them, this is really a big challenge in our life. So I understand that why you have told that relationships are really the opportunities. You can learn so many things handling and taking care of the relationships. The last point which you said, one bad exchange can end it all. Of course, once a life goes from the body, it cannot come back. So when the words move out of the mouth, it cannot be taken back. So I really thoroughly enjoyed whatever you spoke today. And your expressions were beautiful. Your engagement was really nice. I was completely into the topic while you were speaking. And I think for whatever challenge you can face, it's just that when you speak something, pauses are a little bit longer. Maybe you can make it a little bit shorter. That's it. Thank you so much for the wonderful speech. Back to you, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Amrita.
Excellent. Thank you so much for such a quality evaluation. And Amrita, you did qualify at 2 minutes and 57 seconds. We will now go to our grammarian and awe counter for his report. Todd?
On both of those. Who's the grammarian and the awe counter? This guy.
Double roll.
Okay, let me start. I'll start with the grammarian report. Letitia, I noticed in your speech, one thing you said was someone is a writer in the 1940s. Of course, you would want to say they were a writer, or that person was a writer in the 1940s. And another phrase that I heard come out was those with we hardly know. And I think maybe you meant to say which we hardly know. And I personally like to use, when I'm using pronouns like that, if I'm talking about people, I try not to use that or which. I try to use who and whom, just because I feel like it's kind of dehumanizing to say a person which or a person that. I like to use who. In that case, you would use whom. So this is those whom we hardly know. You can say who and you'll totally get away with that too.
That's a very good point.
Nobody knows the difference between those. I did love there was a phrase that you used that I thought was excellent. You said the driving force behind your success. And that really struck me as that's a really powerful phrase. I like that one a lot. And I'll probably try to steal that from you. Driving force is a really good, you feel it in your gut, I think, maybe more than your heart, just in your gut. Amrita, I noticed in your speech, you and then later also when you were speaking, you talked about, you said gain the empathy, and you talked about the mental fatigue and the physical fatigue. And I think in most cases there, you don't need if you're talking about, there was one time where you said the mental fatigue that comes from something, and then that makes sense because you're using which is, I can't remember what they call it now, that part of speech. But basically when you're talking about a specific instance, then you would want to use but most of the time you would say, okay, this will help us gain empathy. This causes mental fatigue, physical fatigue. So just be aware of those. I don't think it's a participle. I have to look up my grammar here. I know it's an object pronoun, I think. Maybe I'll have to look that one up. I don't know. Another thing that you said was, you said so much stressed out. And when you say so much, you're really talking about typically like nouns, objects, things like that. You would say so much money, so much of this or of that. So in that case, you just want to say so stressed out, not so much stressed out. I love what you said about love everybody on this earth. That was that one I felt in my heart. That was not in my gut. That was a really nice turn of phrase. Elizabeth, I didn't catch you with any big grammatical mistakes. I like when you said though that any room is for exercise. I think that's a good thing to keep in mind. You don't need a special place. You don't need you don't need to go somewhere or run off anywhere. You just need to say, hey, I want some exercise and now's the time. I thought that was wonderful. Letitia, later on when you were doing your table topics speech, you said the reason being is, and being and is are both forms of the verb to be. So you could say the reason is or the reason being and move on to the reason. You don't have to use both. I'm sure sometimes we just, we're improvising, stuff comes out like that. I'm going to switch over and now be the ah counter. I think that was this guy because this guy was the grammarian. So this guy's the ah counter. I caught a couple in your speech, Letitia. I noticed a couple of tongue clicks. They didn't stand out for me too much. You might have done some earlier and I didn't notice them, or maybe you just did two of those. But otherwise, I think you were very, very good about just measuring your speech and not doing anything with, if you needed to think, you just gave yourself a little time to think, and you didn't fill that in with ahs and ums, which I caught myself. I lost count of my own because I do that all the time. I caught one in your speech other than those tongue clicks. That was it. It was very clean. When you were doing the table topics, I noticed you did a couple of and so's, and I think you were just using that to fill some time while you were thinking in the background. One and two ahs. Really pretty stellar performance. I think Amrita, I didn't even note any. I caught one or two ahs or ums out of you, but for the most part, you're also really, really good at that. Just like our professional, I was going to say our old pro. I don't want to say. I mean, our experienced pro, Elizabeth. She is the master of not throwing in any ahs or ums. I'm always really impressed with that. I'm learning. I think I just stopped one right now, so I'm learning from all of you. There was one that was just about to pop out of my mouth and I swallowed it back down. So everybody did a great job. That's the end of my report.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Grammarian and Mr. Ah Counter. Well done.
You're welcome.
Now for my general evaluator report. Even though we did not have all the roles filled, right when the meeting started, we did such a great job working together as a team to fill all the roles in a split second. And look how much fun we had. We learned so much about each other. Not only did we learn about each other, we learned from each other. Thank you so much for being present and taking an hour of your time to be here. I felt the meeting was well organized, even though it's just the four of us. And it was fascinating to hear Letitia's story, hear Todd, hear Amrita. I learned everything from all of you today. So thank you so much for that. I felt the evaluation was very well done. I also felt the speech was well done. And Todd, I wish we could make you grammarian counter forever. And I know that it's very important for members to take time to do all roles, which I do feel you should take all roles, you know, the different timer, the different general evaluator, different Toastmaster role. But whenever you can fill that counter grammarian, I absolutely love it. I learned so much from you. So thank you for that. I'm going to turn this back over to our Toastmaster of the day, Amrita.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for the wonderful evaluation that you did. Yes,
Point of
Letitia.
order. Who are we supposed to give our ballot to on table topics? I haven't voted.
Okay,
Thank
it's
you.
in front of us.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm not able to check it, or I can't. Okay, if something must be on with my iPad, I can't check it, or it's not doing anything. Okay, that's fine.
Something is wrong, Elizabeth. Yeah, this time again it came.
Okay. Now can you see it?
Yes.
Whenever you're a co-host or a host, you're not able to vote in table topics. Therefore, I had to remove everyone as co-host so we can all vote.
Okay, and where is it at now? Because it's not on my chat on my iPad. That's okay. I mean, who is our ballot counter? Maybe I can privately chat them. Send it.
You can send it
Elizabeth.
to me.
Okay. Thank you. I'll do
I'm
that.
going to end the polling now. And Todd, I caught myself saying so, and you know.
Yeah, but it's all right. You can do after I do my role there, you can get away with anything.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, teacher.
Todd, I wish I could learn grammar from you. How do you know such great grammar? It's really amazing.
Yes.
I don't know. Sometimes it's a burden though, because I'll be reading something or whatever, or I'll listen to something and I hear a mistake, and then my brain goes, "Oh man, why did they do that?" And I'll miss the next 30 seconds of what they're saying.
So should we think
That's
that
excellent.
you are God-gifted grammarian since your birth itself?
I guess I got it from my dad mostly. He always would point out things, and then he gave me a really good book when I was in college that's called The Handbook of Technical Writing. It has a lot of other stuff in it that I've used from time to time when I had to write papers and learn some things out of that. I don't know. I always just found it interesting. I guess I kind of like rules.
That's great.
Maybe I should have been a lawyer.
Great.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I think that most of the people in the world, they do speak English, but 90% of the English which is spoken all across the world is grammatically somewhere wrong.
Mhm.
We communicate, but when grammatically tested, I don't think that 100% people are speaking 100% correct grammar. So that is really an amazing skill that you possess. I really appreciate it.
It's definitely, I'm learning as I get older that I'm learning how to forgive and let things go, that it's like, okay, yeah, people make mistakes all the time. So with grammar, so just let them be. It's like, okay, that's fine. But this is a nice place to actually pass on that knowledge in a way that people are,
Yeah,
would
absolutely.
be interested in having some of it.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yes, Leticia.
I really have enjoyed our meeting today, and I would like to send it and notice that it's being recorded to some of the individuals that I invited that were not able to come. And next, I think it would be good for all of us to forward it to get new members. And so can somebody tell me how I can do that for this recording?
Yes, this will be posted on Facebook
Okay.
and you can share it that way. I'll also upload it to our LinkedIn page. While we're on the topic, thank you, Letitia, for bringing this up. Please go to our website, gwp.toastmastersclubs.org. When you scroll down, you will see our social media icons. If you can click on all of those social media icons, Instagram, Twitter, meetup.com, LinkedIn, Facebook, please follow all of those. You can also share those posts from all those social media channels to your pages too. Thank you.
Excellent. That's wonderful. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Please also sign up for rules for next week.
Todd, we would love to see you more and more. Really, we need you to improve our grammar and English.
What about a speech, Todd?
I need to stop stressing about that and just get it over with. Yeah.
You're such a great speaker.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just need to feel like I have something to say. I feel like the icebreaker is so broad that that's a hard one to be like, well, what do I talk about? I'm trying to encapsulate my whole, I guess I have to introduce one aspect of myself instead of trying to like, okay, how can I squeeze my entire, explanation of myself down into 3 or 4 minutes? I think after that, it's going to be easier because I can pick, oh, I'm going to talk about this specific thing or this specific thing instead of.
Todd, you have such an amazing life experience. You have already spoken about it. You can just pick any of them and you can just, go with the flow of it.
Yeah,
Actually,
I have
you
a lot
don't need to prepare it even. You don't need to write it or prepare it or something like that. You just can
Maybe
go
I
with
should
the
just
flow.
wing it, check
That's
it
right.
off the list. Yeah, I definitely have some ideas for speeches about other topics besides myself. So
Yeah, I've seen people narrow it down to how they pick their career or how they landed at the job they're at, or so it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be your core beliefs or anything like that. Just if that helps any.
okay.
Also, I would like to mention our renews are due. Letitia and Todd, are you able to make $45 payments today?
Yes.
I believe I can do that.
Could we, once this meeting is over, I can stop the recording and I can pull up the screen and share it. And you can give me your credit card and I can type it right in and we'll go ahead and renew.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Perfect.
Sure.
I will now announce the winner of our table topics speaker. Drum roll. It is Amrita. Woo! Congratulations, Amrita.
Thank
job.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm bringing it back to you, Amrita. To
Okay.
close out the meeting.
Yeah. So I really loved the meeting today. And appreciate Elizabeth as she's always so much helpful. She's always coming on the top to say, I will do this, I will do that, I will do that. Maybe I need to learn so many things from Elizabeth. And I need to learn grammar from Todd. Oh my God, Todd, you're amazing, amazing, amazing. Because since the first day itself, when you became the grammarian in Greenway Plaza, I have always noticed whenever you say that one click and I get it, one click and I get it. So I hope that I also get the same, but I don't think that I'll get it because I speak so many wrong things while I speak. So I'll need to learn so many things from you. And Leticia, you are really a motivator. Means I really look up to you that you always motivate for everything, every small thing, either it is your closet or it is your life or it is a success that you want to achieve in your life. So it's a very positive type of, feeling. You were not here since past 2-3 weeks. I was missing you so much.
Thank you very much. I missed y'all.
Yeah, but you must be enjoying with your granddaughter, right?
Yes.
You
Most
did
definitely.
you did not speak us about the feeling, the happiness that you had because of your granddaughter. You should.
Oh, well, real quick, because I mean, I'll be here the rest of the day, but over the top, enthralled. I mean, she's just an angel. And I have to say that at day 6, mind you, and I do not remember any of my children doing anything close to this. She was only 6 days old. I had her in my arms. I was sitting on the couch. My daughter was right beside me. And I kid you not, she blew me a kiss with a smack and all. And I'm like, has she ever done that before? I was like, no. I mean, I'm talking this little 6-day-old infant, my sweetheart of a grandchild, blew me a kiss with puckered her lips and heard the smack. I got the first smack from her, baby
Wow.
Emma. So
Awesome. She also knew that now my granny is going to give me the all words motivation. So I need to kiss her first.
oh, thank you.
Yeah. And so, Elizabeth, do we have anything that you need to speak for VPPM or anything that you want to speak?
No, we have our 2 new members, and one of the 2 new members we did the induction ceremony with last week, and our second new member was not able to make it today. Therefore, we'll wait for her and do the induction ceremony then. And that is all for the VPM role. The Sergeant at Arms role, I'm here 15 minutes early and 15 minutes after to chat, catch up, fill in roles, whatever we need to do. And as VPPR, I spoke my piece. Go to our website, scroll down, click on all those social media icons, follow us and share.
Excellent.
Are we ready to close out?
Yes.
Let's make sure you stay on so we can renew our dues.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
Thank you. Y'all have a
Bye,
great week.
Okay.
You